In this article, we will discuss the world's most powerful mama, Tiamat, the primordial goddess of Mesopotamian mythology. The universe began as nothing but chaos, and in the chaos, two forces, Tiamat and Apsu, combined to create the catalyst that started it all. Like the bubbles that are created when water is combined, these two forces combined to create the first gods, the stars, and our world. In other words, out of chaos came order and the universe began. Tiamat was the mother being who breathed the first life into the world, and the children born of her were gods, and this was the beginning of life. If you are a mother giving birth to many puppies and kittens, Tiamat was a mother, giving birth to stars, planets, and even gods. Tiamat was the first mother who raised the universe we live in. Tiamat's peace did not last long. The gods she created gradually became more powerful and threatened Apsu. It's like when you start a new class at school and everyone is friends at first, but then groups of people start to form and the bickering begins. Tiamat's children became too strong, and conflict started within the family. After the death of Apsu, Tiamat turned his grief and anger into the stormy waves of the sea. The pain of losing a loved one disturbed Tiamat's heart like a storm, for her anger affected the whole world. Like the typhoon ravaging the sea, Tiamat's anger did not cease, but only grew stronger in her power. With the loss of Apsu, Tiamat was no longer a warm sea, but an angry, violent wave generator. Tiamat embodied her own rage and created many terrible monsters. For her grief and anger changed form and transformed her into an army of horrors, each with its own power. Imagine, each monster with its own unique skills, like Pokemon, with different characteristics. With his mighty power, Tiamat created an army of monsters that everyone feared. Tiamat took his own son, Kingu, as his partner and appointed him commander of his own army. Kingu was able to gain Tiamat's trust because he had the power and charisma to lead her army. Like a class representative leading her classmates, Kingu led Tiamat's monsters. Under Kingu's leadership, Tiamat's army became even more powerful. The inevitable signs of a great battle between the gods and the legions of Tiamat began to emerge. The tension grew as both sides became more and more determined to defeat the other. The tension was like that of a school field day, just before the red and white teams face off. This tension foreshadowed the eventual development into a great war that would change the world. As Tiamat revealed the full extent of her overwhelming power, it became clear why she is feared to be the strongest. Her power was so great that it could split open the heavens, and no one else could match it. Imagine, if you will, a scene like that of the most powerful heroes in a comic book or anime, displaying their utmost power. Tiamat was not just a god of the sea. His power was such that he could destroy and change the world. Marduk, on the other hand, a member of the Mesopotamian gods, was chosen by the gods to be their strongest representative, for he had special powers and was braver and wiser than anyone else. It is like the most athletic student in school being asked to anchor the relay at a field day. Marduk was not just a brave man, but a chosen hero, who had won the trust of the gods and was ready to take on the greatest challenge of all. The confrontation between Marduk and Tiamat is remembered as one of the most epic battles in mythological history. The power of the two was immeasurable, and their clash shook heaven and earth. It is like the climactic scene in a movie, where the hero and the big boss go all out. The direct confrontation between Marduk and Tiamat was truly a battle of overwhelming scale, worthy of being called a battle of the gods. In his battle with Tiamat, Marduk uses wind to cause her mouth to open wide, sending wind into it and causing Tiamat to expand. He is said to have then pierced her with an arrow and ripped her body open. This event led to victory in the battle on Marduk's part. Marduk succeeded in defeating Tiamat and establishing a new order. It was because of his strength and wisdom that he was able to end the chaos and bring stability. Like clearing a messy room and creating a clean and clear space, Marduk's victory was not just a battle won, but a new beginning that brought order and peace to the world. From the body of Tiamat came the heavens and the earth in which we live. Tiamat was originally all-embracing, for its body was the material of the universe. Imagine this, just as we make something new from the parts of a broken toy, Tiamat's body became the material for a new world. Tiamat's legacy means the beginning of a new universe that begins with her end. Tiamat's death symbolizes not an end, but the beginning of a new cycle of life. For with every ending there is a new beginning, a natural cycle in which new life is born from death. Just as the seasons come and go, when winter ends, spring comes again and plants sprout. The end of Tiamat was also the beginning of spring in the new world. The story of Tiamat symbolizes the eternal cycle of life, and the new creation that begins at the end. Marduk brought order to the universe that emerged from Tiamat, bringing everything into harmony. For in creating order out of chaos, the world is stabilized and the foundation is laid for life to flourish. It is like a teacher creating rules for the classroom so that students can learn well. Marduk is like the teacher of the universe. Marduk's deeds give order to the universe and lay the foundation for all things to fulfill their roles. How was it? In this issue, I explained about the world's most powerful mama, the goddess Tiamat. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like this video. History Spectrum.